Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a vlog. I am so excited to film a vlog because it's been a little while. I filmed my very first vlog for this channel back at the very beginning of March, maybe the end of February, and I told you guys that if you liked it, I would continue to vlog maybe once or twice a month just to switch it up and do something on my channel that's not strictly beauty related. I am filming this with a different camera and it does have a skin smoothing feature, which I did turn off, but I'm looking in the viewfinder and it looks like my skin is extra smooth. So I don't know if it's the camera itself. I don't know if I have to change another setting. Just, note that my skin doesn't look this great. It's actually been looking very rough during this quarantine, but I'll try to figure that out for the future. I was so excited that a lot of you guys liked my first vlog, and I was thinking about doing another vlog, but honestly, we've been at home since the beginning of March because everything happened. We have been self-isolating, and it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. Okay, I had to put the camera down because my arm hurts when I have to hold the camera out, which is ridiculous, but that is something I'll get to as well. So I'm really thankful because Brady and I can both work from home. We are healthy, our families are healthy. There is so much to be grateful for. And honestly, staying at home so that other people can stay healthy and safe is really not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. I have days where I feel great. And at the beginning of this, back in March, I was so productive because I had so much free time. So I was getting things done. I was deep cleaning the house. We were eating so healthy because we were at home all the time cooking. We weren't doing takeout. And, as the weeks have kind of gone by, I feel like that productivity and that motivation has started to fade. And honestly, I feel like that's normal. When you go on social media and Instagram, you see people being so productive and thriving and living their best life, and they are encouraging you to do the same. If you have free time right now, you might feel this pressure to take up a new hobby or deep clean the house or do things that you haven't had the time to do when you're in your normal routine. And if you're taking advantage of any free time that you might have and you're being super productive, I think that's amazing. But if you're having a hard time and things like that kind of get you down because you're not in that position, then that's okay too. I definitely have days where I'm feeling very productive and I get a lot of things done, and I'm so proud of myself for using my free time in a way that is a little bit more beneficial to reaching my long-term goals. But I also have days where I'm feeling very stressed and overwhelmed and anxious, and all I want to do is sit on the couch and play Animal Crossing, and I think that's okay. It's such a stressful time and everybody is dealing with it in different ways. And everybody has different challenges, whether it is financial loss or you're dealing with sickness or you're worried about your family members. I don't know your exact situation, but I'm sure that you're coping in the best way that you can. And I think it's important to show yourself grace in this situation and not feel like you have to compare yourself to others on social media and be super productive and always get things done. For me, I feel like I've been showing myself a little bit too much grace, and I feel like I've kind of gotten into the routine of feeling like it's okay to not do anything over and over and over, and I just don't feel great mentally and physically. And I think if taking time off from sticking to my normal routine was making me feel good, I'd be okay with it. But I think for me, I need to push myself to kind of get back to some semblance of a normal routine. I think that will look different for everyone, but for me, I wrote down a couple of goals, things that I know will make me feel great if I stick to them, like drinking water, exercising, going to bed early. So I'm doing what I'm considering a reset week, and I'm just making an effort to actually do these things this week. Even if I don't want to do them in the moment, I know it's going to feel good long term. So I don't know where you guys are at. Maybe you're still in need of a little extra grace and you still need some downtime, but maybe you're needing a little push, a little motivation. So I thought I would film this vlog and show you guys how I'm kind of getting back on track to feeling better, both mentally and physically. And if you are in the same boat, hopefully this video will be helpful for you. So it is Tuesday. I just filmed a video. It's pretty nice outside. It's like 50 degrees, which is a little bit cold, but I want to go for a walk. I didn't exercise today, and one of my goals is to make sure I exercise every day, and I kind of just want to go for a super long walk, enjoy the cooler weather, and just be outside. So I think that's what I'm going to go do now. So one of our goals this week is to eat at home. We've been eating a lot of takeout, and when you eat at home, typically I feel like you eat a little bit healthier, and we were eating at home when everything first happened. And then, you know, as the weeks went by, we ordered takeout as places put safeguards into place. And that's okay every once in a while, but the majority of the week we want to eat at home. So this is what we are having tonight. This is an old HelloFresh recipe. This video is not sponsored by HelloFresh or anything like that. We do pay for our own subscription, maybe like once or twice a month, and then we just save our favorite recipes and make them again. So this is what Brady is making tonight. It is amazing, and if you guys try it, I'm sure you'll love it as well. Another one of my goals for getting back on track this week is to just drink water. It's such an easy goal, but I feel like it's something you have to consciously think about. Unless you're really good at drinking water, I feel like it takes me a lot of thought. So I got this water bottle from Amazon. It is a gallon, so it's pretty big. I don't always drink the full gallon. If I am super active that day, or if I did like a spin class, I'm more likely to drink more of it. But having like the full gallon just kind of motivates me to drink a little bit more than I normally would. This water bottle is nice because it does have these timestamps, so it kind of keeps you accountable. I mean, I'm only at 3 p.m. and it's currently 7:30 at night, so I don't think I'll get to the end today, but it does allow me to drink more than I would if I had like a 16-ounce water bottle. I do like this one though because it has a straw, and I feel like if you have a straw, you're more likely to drink more water. You know, for daily life, when I'm like on the go and I'm running errands and I'm out of the house, this is not the most ideal bottle to have because it is so large, but because we're at home all day, Brady and I both have one of these, it's fine to carry around from like room to room. Okay, my face is looking pretty oily, so I'm going to go touch up my makeup because I have to get on a Zoom call at 8 p.m. and then I think I'm going to edit for a little while and then go to bed early. Hey guys, so it is currently at 12:30. I was taking a break for lunch. I was going to make smoothies, but Brady already made them, which was so nice of him. We have been trying to drink smoothies this week. It's not something that I personally love to drink. I feel like whenever I watch what I eat in a day or like any sort of video, people are always making smoothies and they love them. So I don't know if we just need a new smoothie recipe. Ours is very basic. I'll show you guys how I make it tomorrow since Brady already made them today. But if you have any green smoothie hacks or things that you love to include in yours that make them a little bit more enjoyable, I would love to know. For us, it's just a matter of doing it. I feel like when it comes to lunch, typically we just come in here and either eat leftovers or we just kind of snack and eat like chips and salsa, cookies. So lunch has been a big downfall for us when it comes to eating healthy. So that is why we decided to switch it out for green smoothies this week. So I woke up this morning and I just started editing and I actually got a lot done this morning, which was great. I had so much energy, and it's definitely because I've been going to bed a lot earlier this week. I love to go to bed late. I feel like I get an energy boost at like 9 or 10, and then I'll be up until like 1 or 2 in the morning. But it's not like I use my time wisely, and it's not like I'm working and getting things done. I'm usually just scrolling Twitter or I'm playing Animal Crossing. So I've been forcing myself to go to bed at like 11:30 this week, and I actually felt really well rested. I've been getting like 9 hours of sleep because typically I'll wake up at like 8 or 8:30, and then I was just ready to go. I sat down and I decided to take advantage of that energy. I edited a video, I responded to comments and some emails as well, and now I'm just taking a break for lunch. One tip that I do have if you're working from home, if you normally work from home or if you're just kind of working from home right now, is to actually take a break at lunchtime. I know that there are days where things are so busy and sometimes you can't, but if you have the time to take like a 20 or 30-minute break and eat your lunch and just go for a walk, play with your dog, even watch a TV show, something that kind of gets your mind off of work, it makes such a difference. I read this book called Rest. I'll link it in the description box below, but I think in that book they were kind of talking about the importance of taking breaks, and they talk about taking naps as well, which I won't be doing today. but it really does make a difference. And then when you go back to work, you're just feeling really refreshed and ready to focus again. So when I eat lunch, typically I just hang out with Brady and we eat lunch together. He has meetings today, so I'm just currently texting my sisters and vlogging right now. Otherwise, I would probably play Animal Crossing, watch a YouTube video, listen to an audiobook. But after this, I'm going to get back to it and plan some videos for the next few days. So I recently picked up a few things from e.l.f. I've been waiting for e.l.f. to have a 50% off sale and they haven't had one. So e.l.f. was 15% cash back on Rakuten, so I thought I would take advantage of it and grab a couple of things. So I thought I would show you guys and do a little mini haul video. So I did grab a few of their matte products. This is their oil control lotion. And then I also grabbed this. I'm excited to try this out. This is their oil control primer. I've heard really good things about this line, but I don't think I've tried anything. I've tried their oil control liquid lotion, but I think that's actually different from this one. And then I also picked up this. This is their matte blotting powder. And then the last thing from the line that I grabbed is this. I don't know if this is going to work for me. It is a blotting mist, which you're supposed to spray and then blot your skin. I might try to use it as a priming mist and we'll see if that works. Okay, I just realized I am on a powder and primer no buy. I must have completely forgotten about that when I was placing this e.l.f. order. I wasn't planning on grabbing these products. The reason why I placed the order is because I wanted to get a few more of these bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. So I did grab the colors that I don't have. And in the moment I grabbed a few other products. I also got these sheer slick lipsticks. I have one in the shade Cherry Slush, but I also picked up a couple of other shades because the formula is perfect for spring and summer. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick look at everything that I grabbed. I'm going to go play with these two for a little while because they are just going to follow me around until I give them some attention. And then I think in a little while we're going to go for a walk. Okay, so it is 5 o'clock. It's the end of the workday. We're going to go for another walk today because it's nice outside again. It is 58 degrees, so it's a little bit cooler, but the next like 4 or 5 days all have rain in the forecast. So we're trying to take advantage of the nice weather while it is here. It has been so cold and rainy this spring. I just want like warm, sunny summer weather, but I know that will be here eventually. But if you are out of your routine and you haven't been exercising a lot, a walk is a great way to get into it. I know it's very low impact, but it's so good for your mind as well, just to be outside and away from a screen. And I know a lot of people are just stuck inside a lot these days. So if you have an area where you can walk, it's really, really nice. I feel like when it comes to my daily life, I don't get outside and just walk that much. Brady usually walks the dogs in the morning, and then sometimes we'll go and walk them in the afternoon. But now that I've been at home a lot more, I have been taking more walks outside and it just feels so good. It's so refreshing. So that is what we're going to go do now. Okay, we just got back from our walk and now Brady is going to make dinner. It's actually one of our favorites that we haven't had in a long time. And I just looked it up. HelloFresh has this recipe as well as the one we made last night on their website. So I'll link them in the description box below in case you guys are looking for some good recipes. But these are chickpea tacos. So here's a quick look at the recipe. Again, I'll link it in the description box, but it's pretty easy. And this is such a good choice for people who like to eat meat. Like we are vegetarians, so obviously we do enjoy this one, but my family, they aren't vegetarians and we've made this for them and they actually really like it too. Here's a look at the chickpeas. They have chickpeas.
There's some shallots and some peppers, like green peppers, and then you put Southwest spice over it, and then there's tomato paste and a little bit of water that makes it this like this texture.
And then this is how they turned out. We decided to eat outside today because it is so nice and I can't wait to have tacos. It's been such a long time.
One of the most important things that me and Andrea disagree on is to always garnish with a little bit of lime juice, but she never does it.
I don't put lime juice on mine. And then he also makes these like pickled shallots. I don't like those either. I just go for like the basics. Hey guys, I'm getting ready to exercise this morning. I'm going to be honest, I have zero desire to exercise this morning, just like I have zero desire to be on camera looking like this, but I'm going to do it because I am trying my hardest to get back on track this week. Sometimes you wake up and you just don't want to do it. And the reason why I like going to an actual gym where I pay, a fee is because I have that accountability, and whether or not I show up, I have to pay and people are counting on me. So working out at home is a little bit more difficult for me. I'm not really accountable to anyone other than myself, so that's what makes it tough because when I'm holding myself accountable, I'm just going to be a little bit easier on myself. So there are definitely days where I don't feel like doing it, but I know in the long run I will feel better. So today I'm going to do a spin class. So I did purchase this spin bike at the very beginning of March. Typically I go to spin classes because I love the environment. It's super dark, the music is loud, and I had never found a form of cardio that I actually enjoyed until I tried spinning about a year ago. All of the gyms shut down in March, and at first I was like, well, it might only be a few weeks, so I don't know if I'm going to buy anything. I'm thankful that I did, because at this point it's been over 2 months and it's going to be longer until the gyms actually open up. So the money that I save on my gym membership will have paid for this bike by the end, which will be great. And you know, I actually just use the Peloton app. I know that there are Peloton bikes, but I think they're around $2,000 and I just can't justify that. This was $300, which was still a little bit of an investment for me. So like I said, I went back and forth on it, but in the end, I'm glad that I bought it because it works perfectly fine. So right now I'm just storing it in my living room. When everything's over, I'll probably move it in the back where Brady has his work set up, because he'll go back into the office eventually. But in the meantime, it just kind of sits in our living room because I feel like that will motivate me to use it a little bit more. And I actually just use it with the Peloton app. So I think the Peloton app is normally like $12 to $15 a month, whether or not you have the app. But even if you don't have the app, you can download it and still use it. So I just use it for the cycling classes, but they do have other categories. And I just cast one of these to my TV and ride my bike, and it works perfectly well. The only issue for me is that sometimes they say to increase the resistance a certain amount, and my bike doesn't measure that, so I just kind of have to guess. So for me, I do have this heart rate monitor that I wear when I work out, and because I've worn this to spin class for like the past year, I generally know what my heart rate should be when I'm at like a certain resistance. So it'll go to like the yellow zone, the red zone, and that's when I know if I'm pushing hard enough, so I just kind of keep an eye on this. So it's not perfect, but it's a lot less expensive than buying an actual Peloton bike, and I feel like it's working well for me. So that is what I'm going to go do right now. I think I'm going to do a Lizzo workout. This one has been my favorite. I love this instructor. Her name is Robin. She is just so good, so energetic, and it has a bunch of Lizzo songs. So it just kind of gets me ready to go in the morning, especially on days where I don't want to do it. Okay, I'm getting ready to film a video, so I'm trying to decide which palette to use. I recently used the Tati Beauty palette, which was nice to break it back out again. I'm kind of feeling like a pink or purple look because I feel like I've been doing a lot of neutral looks lately. I also used the ColourPop Baby Got Peach palette recently. I think I'm going to use Making Mauves. This is just one of my favorites. The shadows blend so well. I just love this palette. It doesn't look like anything super unique in the pan, but it looks really pretty on the eyes, and it's just quick and easy to work with. So I think I'm going to focus on more of like a purpley pink look rather than a neutral look today. I'm not 100% sure which other products I'm going to use, but I'll show you guys how my look turns out after I do it. Okay, I just got done filming a YouTube video. I got to it a little bit later than I was originally planning. I feel like I was moving a little bit slowly this morning, and then I exercised, and I feel like things just kind of kept coming up every single time I went to actually sit down and film the video. But I finally got it done. I need to edit it. This week has been a busy week when it comes to YouTube, because I think in total I'm uploading 5 videos, which normally I try to do like 3 or 4, but a couple of my sponsored videos got pushed back. And then I'm also doing a fun group collab, which is actually the video I'm working on right now, which will be up on Friday. So it will be up by the time you see this one. But I am feeling good this week. I'm glad that I decided to actually work out. And like I told you guys in the beginning of the video, there are days where I just don't want to do it. And today was one of those days. Like, I did not want to get on that bike and work out, and I'm not even going to say it felt good while I was doing it, because I felt like it was pretty tough. I haven't actually done a spin workout in maybe 2 weeks because I've been pretty lazy with it. But I can say that, like, after the fact, now that it's been a few hours, I'm glad that I did it, because I felt like that got me moving today. I was moving a little bit slowly today, and I just wasn't in the mood. I was kind of dreading it. And then after I did that, I felt like I just felt better, and I did kind of get moving. It pushed me to do other things. Exercising is such a weird thing because they say it's one of those keystone habits, and when you do that, you're so much more likely to hit your other habits and reach your other goals. And I'm always like, yeah, like, I don't know, they say that, but I do feel like it is true. On the days where I exercise, I just get moving, I feel a lot better. But at the same time, it doesn't really get easier for me. Like, I'm never in the mood to jump out of bed and start exercising, and I'm never super excited about it. And I feel like there are people who are like that, and the more they exercise, the more they want to do it. I don't feel like I'll ever be one of those people. I feel like it's something that I have to force myself to do, and I never really have the motivation to do it. But once I do it, I do feel better. So it's something that I need to get better at while I'm at home. Like I said, when I go to my gym, I feel the accountability because I'm paying, the trainer's expecting me if I sign up for the class. But when it comes to me, and I'm the only one keeping myself accountable, it's a little bit more difficult. So it's something that will always be a little bit of a struggle for me, but I am glad that I did it. I'm going to make sure, I keep looking over here because it is right there. I'm going to make sure I get on that spin bike tomorrow as well. It's only 30 minutes. I mean, 30 minutes in the grand scheme of things isn't really a whole lot, and I can take the time to do it for 30 minutes while I'm at home because I know that I do have the time. So there really are no excuses. It's just being disciplined enough to do it. So I will do it tomorrow. You guys are keeping me accountable in this video. In the meantime, I'm going to try to get this video edited, and then we'll eat dinner. And then after that, I think we're just going to have a low-key night where we turn off our phones, watch a movie, and hang out together. Hey guys, so it is Friday afternoon. Fridays and Saturdays are our days off, so typically we try to balance them between doing things around the house, running errands. Obviously there aren't a lot of errands to run right now other than going to the grocery store, but we're not doing that today. I think we have enough food for now. It's actually so nice outside. I don't know what I was saying earlier about the forecast calling for rain every day because we have had the most beautiful weather. I think it's almost 80 degrees. So instead I thought we would go get some coffee and just drive around to get out of the house for a little while. Nothing is open, like the parks are closed. Obviously everyone is still kind of social distancing, so there's not anywhere to go, but I feel like it's kind of nice just to get in the car and drive around. We don't do that very much, but we try to do it on the weekends because being at home 24/7 can start to wear on you. So it's just kind of nice to get outside, have a change of scenery, and have some coffee because we've been making our coffee at home, which is so good. We have saved so much money by not buying Starbucks, which is great, but sometimes it's nice to switch it up, try something different. So I think that's what we're going to go do this afternoon and just kind of hang out. Okay, so for my last workout of the week, I'm doing a Zoom workout with one of the trainers from my gym. It's definitely the hardest, and I'm always sore for a few days afterwards, so it's good to do it on a Saturday because I feel like I've worked up the motivation to actually do it. The other thing that I need to do today is actually drink this entire water. I have not been doing great with my water intake over the past few days. I was really motivated at the beginning of the week, and I don't know why this is such a tough goal for me, but I definitely want to make sure I drink the entire thing because after today's workout, I'll get through a good amount of it, but I just feel like I need to up the water intake. Hey guys, so it is Saturday afternoon. I thought I would check in with you guys and kind of wrap up the vlog. It's been a very low-key day today. It is currently 2:24. We both worked out this morning and then we've been playing Animal Crossing, just kind of hanging out, not doing a whole lot, which I feel like is what we need. I am so tired today, and I think the issue is that I went to bed late last night and the night before, and after being so well rested all week, I felt so good. So I've really noticed a difference when I go to bed early and when I go to bed late. Last night and the night before I went to bed at 1:30, but before that I was going to bed at 11:30. I actually used the bedtime app right on the iPhone. It's right within the clock app, and you can kind of see my graph. Like the very beginning of the week I was doing well, the end of the week I had a harder time, but I have noticed noticed such a difference this week. I've had so much energy. I've been able to focus really well. And I think it's because I've been sticking to a more regular schedule. With this whole lockdown situation, I feel like my routine was just thrown out the window, and I would go to bed whenever I wanted and kind of wake up whenever I wanted. But sticking to that routine and going to bed at the same time and waking up early has been amazing for me. So that's definitely something I'm going to do next week as well. If your sleep schedule is thrown off and you're all over the place, maybe try it out and see if it helps you. A couple of things that we did to our bedroom to kind of help us get back to our normal routine. We got blackout shades, so it's so dark in there in the morning, even though the sun comes up early. It's so dark in our bedroom, so it doesn't wake us up. And then I also got a weighted blanket, which just kind of helps me not move around so much when I sleep, so I feel like I get good quality sleep. The other thing that really helped me this week was exercise. As you guys saw in the vlog, I'm not the biggest fan of exercise. It takes a lot for me to actually follow through and do it, but I think kind of being a little bit more self-disciplined this week helped. Even if it was just a walk outside, it really helped me clear my head. Usually my mind is all over the place. I can't focus. And this week, between getting really good sleep and exercising, my mind was so clear. I was focused, and that feels really good overall. My mental state was just a lot better. The reason why I do force myself to exercise mainly is because it really cuts down on anxiety for me. And that's not something I've struggled with a lot over the past year, but I know everybody is kind of struggling with a heightened state of stress and maybe a little bit of anxiety or a lot of anxiety right now. And it's so crazy to me, but when I exercise regularly, I just notice a big difference, and I wouldn't notice that if I didn't consciously think about it. So one area that we need to work on next week would be nutrition. I feel like we did a lot better this week than we have been doing in this lockdown. It is so easy to get takeout or snack or eat horribly, and there were definitely nights where we did have a snack or we had ice cream. I didn't film everything that we ate, but as you guys saw in the vlog, Brady loves to cook. He's such a good cook, and he cooks some great healthy dinners, but he also likes to cook things that might not be as healthy for us. And you know, that's okay from time to time, but honestly, we have let our nutrition kind of go. So this week was a good starting point to get back on track. But next week, I definitely want to cut out all of the snacking that we're doing. And it's just time to be a little bit more strict with ourselves because we've been way too easy on ourselves. So what I'm going to do is put everything in MyFitnessPal. That just kind of gives me an idea of what I'm eating, how much I'm eating. I know that's not ideal for everyone. If you're someone who gets a little bit obsessive about like counting calories or, you know, tracking your foods, that might not be the best option for you. For me, it does keep me a little bit more accountable, and that will just give me an idea of how much I'm actually consuming every day, because I feel like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I ate a healthy dinner, I had a smoothie for lunch, but I didn't count like the handful of crackers or like the cookies. So I definitely want to kind of give myself a little bit more of a way to be accountable. So I think by putting all of that in MyFitnessPal, it will just kind of remind me how much I'm actually eating. So that is my goal for next week. I don't think I'm going to film a vlog next week, but I will definitely do one again soon if this is something you guys are interested in watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoy just kind of seeing how I'm personally getting back on track. If you are trying to get back on track, hopefully this could encourage you in a couple of different ways. And, you know, be easy on yourself. It's such a stressful time and you don't have to do it all at once, but even if there are like one or two things that help you feel better, it really does make a difference in the long run. And all week I felt so much better than I have in the past few weeks. So I am glad that I kind of did this reset week, and I'm excited to keep going with it. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. It's fun to connect with you over something that's just not strictly beauty related. So if you have any other ideas for vlogs, or if there's anything else you want to see on my channel, let me know. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon with a new video. Bye.